So the first thing I'm doing as usual is priming the eye area with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I'm adding a few swipes of that across my lid and then using the warmth of my fingers to melt that product into the skin. I went out and bought the Riviera palette the other day. I couldn't resist it any longer and a few of you had requested some looks with it, so I had to pick it up. I love the nautical theme. There's 14 beautiful shades in the palette, pressed pigments and shadows included according to ABH. So the first shade I'm taking is called Coastline. It's a warm matte peach shade and I'm beginning by sweeping this down on the outer third of the eye and then I'm bringing the shadow across into the crease. As usual, I'm adding the shadow in a couple of layers. The colour payoff is brilliant. It's very pigmented, blends without any trouble at all. It's a little powdery in the pan, but I just pick up some of the shadow on my brush, tap off the excess and then I'm good to go. Next then, I'm taking Bahamas, which is a gorgeous hot pink and it's matte as well. Because this is literally a neon shade, I began with the smallest amount of product on my brush, picked some up, tapped it down on the outer third of my lid just to get a feel for the shadow, and then I started working my way across the crease. As always, I add my shadows in a couple of layers. This layered nicely and it built up to a nice opaque finish and it wasn't hard to blend either. It did however stain my lids quite badly, so that's just something to note. I felt that after applying and blending Bahamas, I'd lost that Coastline shade, so I just reapplied some more of that shadow over the edge, blending it back and forward. Next then, I'm taking Can, which was the shadow that I was the most excited about. I love a good purple, and it looked great in the pan. It's a vibrant medium toned purple with a matte finish. As usual, I began by patting that shadow down on the outer third of my eye, and then once I'd stamped it down, I made my way across the crease. This felt different to the other two that I just used, so I took my time really working the shadow onto the eye area. I tried to layer it up as I had done with the previous two, but it just kind of clung to certain parts of the eye and I had trouble blending it out. When I layered over those patches, I found it just made it worse. The more I added, the more it lifted, so I just done my best and left it at that. After blending again, I felt I'd lost the intensity of that pink shade, so I went in and reapplied that. Then I wanted to intensify the peach shade, so I went in and topped up that colour. And then I tried once more in vain to fix that purple. I mean, it's not too noticeable in the finished look, but for €56, I expect all eyeshadows to apply and blend with ease. Next then, I'm using a concealer that's new to me. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, and I'm using that to clean up the lid and cut the crease. Usually I'd use the applicator to do so, but this one is rather large, so I've just added a dot to the lid and then I'm using a flat C-shaped brush to carve out my shape. This concealer is phenomenal, the coverage is fantastic, but it's not cakey at all, and I've heard it been compared to Tarte Shape Tape, a more affordable version, but I haven't tried it, so can't personally say. Next, I'm taking Seychelles, which is a cool teal-toned metallic eyeshadow, and my god, the colour payoff with this shadow is out of this world. I had very little fallout and I didn't use a spray, and just the sheen that this shadow gives off alone is magnificent, and it's very easy to apply and work with. Then I'm taking Mediterranean, which is a deep metallic kind of purpley blue, a little chunkier than the previous shade, but again, applied easily enough. Didn't use a spray and it gives off the most beautiful metallic sheen. Very impressed with these two shades in particular. Just so that there isn't a harsh divide between the matte and metallics, I'm sweeping some more of that purple towards the Mediterranean shade, and also in a bid to fix that patch which I'm clearly in denial about. After much work, you can see there is still a small patch on the outer edge of the eye and I just couldn't fix it. Again, something to note with that shade in particular, it's not too apparent, but I'm very picky and the little patch grated on me. For the lower lash line, I'm going in with that peachy shade on a bullet-shaped brush, and I'm sweeping that along the lower lash line. Switching then to a smaller pencil brush, I'm applying that pink shade, and I'm kind of stamping the shadow on to begin with, just because I don't want it to go everywhere, and once I've got it along the lash line, I'm very carefully blending it out. Finally then, I'm adding that purple along the lash line, and as per, there was a bit of patchiness. I managed to get it looking kind of presentable enough except for the outer third. I couldn't just fix that with layering, so I left it. I wanted to add something to the inner corner, a nice pop, but didn't want to use the deep gold, so I went for this mad yellow called Inheritance. It's a warm metallic yellow and it's a dream to work with. For my waterline then, I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Love Drug. I didn't want to use a black or a white, I wanted to keep that kind of purpley theme, so I went with this liner. Finally then, to add a bit of a lift to under the arch of the brow, I went in and applied Sails, which is a bone white, and I'll get so much use out of this shade, it's extremely pigmented. But then that's it. Once you have your lashes and mascara on, you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all soon.